Oh, there we go. Hey, everybody. Doug Brunke with Global Chamber. Uh, Jim Huang is amazing. He's just a ball of energy, but, not just a ball of energy. He knows what he's doing. He's professional. He's ethical. He's everywhere. We have an event next week at Altos Bank in Los Altos, California. Jim is largely kind of based these days out of Seattle, up in the Pacific Northwest, and he's like, yeah, I want to be there. And he's going to jump on a plane and come down to an event that we're doing to help the Global Tribe launch Altos Bank. So whether it's deals in Hollywood or in Korea or in China or online, he's everywhere. And one of his partners in good work is Ellen Chu, who is based out of Vancouver. She's a member of Global Chamber. Both of them are members of Global Chamber. One of the things that Jim is above and beyond on the besides a member, he's also on the advisory board for Global Chamber as a global ambassador on our global board, and we're meeting again on July 1st. I love everything about you, Jim. Just really appreciate you putting this program together. It's in its infancy, only 3 weeks old, and we're having fun. And ultimately, we're going to be doing deals. And so I turn it over to you and let us know how best to support you and to support this growing community.
Well, thank you, Doug. And really, I love the Global Chamber. So I think that's the biggest and best thing is people that volunteer, like Ellen. Ellen volunteers everywhere, and many other leaders here. But together as this community, and hello, Mona, it's just good people, right? Over and over, as we see this, we build friendships. And I say, it's great to get referrals. It's great to get business people like that. But you really have to, if you volunteer and give back, you really have to enjoy the people you're with. And we just want to make sure that more and more we connect with each other. We actually build friendships. And from there, you will see leads and referrals and deals come. And next week, we'll have a guest speaker from RESAS as we'll use the tech tool for Global Chambers. So yes, everyone can come by. Doug, it depends on how you'd like to come to our meetings to listen to us speak. And then from there, if you're a Global Chamber, you will have access to our Global Chamber referral network tools for now. So everyone can send referrals and leads to each other around the world to really make sure that you're supporting Global Chamber by being a member. And that's so important because we don't want to just give everything away for free because Doug, I don't think I see a nonprofit on your organization. It is for profit. And we just want to make sure, the information we give is good. The referrals and network we want to put together is sound, and hopefully you get some good business and we can get some good testimonials back. But that's the way we give back to Global Chamber, by volunteering, supporting, putting the referral chain together. And really, like many Global Chambers, when I went to Philippines or I went to Korea or just different parts of the world when I travel, I always reach out to Doug and say, Doug, who should I meet in this country? And boy, let me tell you, everyone I've met, fabulous. And I'll tell you this, I never had to pay for a lunch or dinner or anything. Every one of the Global Chambers, treated you like family, really took you in, gave you some food, took care of you. And I even remember in the Philippines, they were going to send a car out to pick me up because it was almost an hour away. So, Global Chamber is fantastic. But I'll let Ellen, if you want to say a couple words, and then let's, get to know everyone because that's the most important thing. So, Doug, from there, after Ellen, maybe you can see some of the people since you know everyone about who we can get to know better. And next week we'll start putting the technology systems in place so we can really start passing deals and referrals to each other. Ellen?
Thank you, Jim. So actually, I actually invited Cesar and also some of his associate. Cesar is going to Barcelona tomorrow, so he won't be able to join us. He was going to talk a little bit about investing in Mexico. And I don't know if anybody he invited is on this call. So I think once we get everybody to introduce themselves, maybe we'll get information to see who's actually on this call from Mexico.
The good news is we've had a couple people that can address that for sure.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yes.
Luis, hola.
Hola, hola, ¿cómo están?
Hola. ¿Cómo estás?
Gracias.
Bien, bien.
So yeah, I didn't know if you knew who I was because I came in my iPhone today, and I think
Ah,
it has my initials LFENG,
ah,
but that's me, Luis Miranda.
okay. I didn't know
I,
what that stood for, but I recognize you.
I'm going to change the name of the iPhone so you can tell who I am. But
Okay.
thank you. Gracias.
Gracias.
Thank you,
Gracias.
thank you, Luis. And glad to hear about because I'm in Canada and I know it's important with Mexico in terms of all the trade relationship. Also, there's a lot of real estate investment opportunities available over there in Mexico too. Yeah.
Actually, next week,
Mhm.
the ambassador of Canada is coming to Guadalajara, and there
Yep,
are going to
mhm,
be two delegations, one from Alberta and one from Ontario, with
mhm.
the Canadian Chamber of Commerce, and we are going to. They invited me to join that meeting. That is going to be June 24th.
That's wonderful. So see, this is where we start talking about all these different opportunities, right? Not only in terms of real estate investment, but they're also looking opportunities over there to set up different type of business there. So this is wonderful. And Luis, I guess after the meeting, you have to provide us some updates in terms of what happened at the meeting too.
Ah, yes, of course, I will. I thought that you were talking to me about what happened at the G7 in Canada. So I know I don't know that a lot about that. You know more about that than me.
That was an interesting meeting, let's put it that way. Yeah.
Trump had to go back one day before, so he didn't have some meetings that he already have planned. But anyway, I think it was a good meeting for the presidents.
And Louis, since you're talking, maybe introduce, because I know we met in person, Global Chamber through SIOR when Luis came to Los Angeles, and we met at the hotel and really got to catch up. So Luis, you want to kind of share your background and share a little more about you there with everyone?
Yes, of course, more than happy. Thank you. I think because I was looking at the members today, I don't know how many we are the same as previous meetings, or there are many new ones. Because I saw we are like about 11 participants right now. So just to take that in account also. But anyway, my name is Luis Miranda. I'm based in Guadalajara, Mexico. I work in a company called Discovery Nearshoring Mexico Solutions. And basically, what we do is we help companies that come to Mexico with their location strategy and with their site selection process, uh, depending on the industry that they are. And also, we take a look at the who can be their suppliers, who is in their supply chain. Actually, it is a triangle. The study what we do on the other side of the triangle, we have the type of talent, type of labor they need, and on the other side, it's all the infrastructure. We have to see how much water, how much power, if they need an airport near or a port, if they need a rail spur, if they need natural gas, etc. So basically, depending on the industry and all that I already told you, we come with a general geography place that makes sense for them to be. And then from the general, we go to the particular, to the specific, that is site selection. And normally we work as tenant reps for many companies that come from the US, from Canada, from Germany. Actually, there are many Spanish companies from Asia, from Latin America, from everywhere in the world. So it's very good to have people like you and friends, colleagues in real estate, because if you have a company that is looking to set up operations in Mexico, you know that we can work the deal together, because you are the broker, let's say that way, that is sending the company, and I am the one attending, receiving them here. So basically, everything is split in the two companies. You are sending the client, and then we are receiving them, and everything that is done here in Mexico then splits in with the two companies. That's how is generally work. How that those deals are worked. Uh, Basically, like in the US, it's someone sending like a referral, and then we do all the work here. Of course, you can come with your customer, with your client, but if you don't, we are taking care of them very professionally and institutionally here in your name, on your behalf, as if we are a team.
So Luis, we may actually, Ellen was on the meeting, so we're launching Mexico, and we may meet it kind of in the middle, right? Mexico City, and we can put our own event together with Global Chamber kind of as a sponsor, since many of us meet through different trade groups and associations. But one thing is we're trying to bring it all together, especially for the commercial part. And I know, Ellen, that's why we were going to go to China, and kind of her being in Canada, put this together, because some of the business that still wants to come to the US wants to go to Mexico first before they come through and do the supply. So we'll keep you up to date. But Doug, do you want to go around to everyone and have everyone introduce, since you know everyone?
Thank you.
Thank you, Luis. Really appreciate it. There's also, by the way, on the same day, there's a Mexico-US semiconductor high-level conversation in Phoenix, and I'll likely be there. I've registered for it, and also Eduardo Gonzalez, who you know as the Global Chamber Advisory Board Chair for Phoenix. He'll definitely be there, and other members. So we'll keep you folks posted on that. Speaking of Phoenix, the person who knows global real estate business and makes the world's best baklava is here today. That's Alexia Bersatos. Alexia, she's also on our advisory board in Phoenix. Do you have a moment to break away and introduce yourself?
Yes, I am. I'm sorry I'm not on the camera today, but I'm driving, so I can speak though.
Okay. Very good.
I do real estate, but mine is residential. I'm on the residential side. I did real estate in England. I did real estate in Greece, and I'm doing real estate here in Arizona in the US. I'm expanding globally at the moment. I have referral partners in most of the countries, and I'm starting to represent a lot of developers from abroad here in the US. So this is my background. I do a lot of relocations in and out of state. And now I'm working on a new project, and I'm going to start it in Greece, of overseas investors buying that they're saying, they're sending their kids to college in the US instead of renting a place to actually invest in real estate. And I am going in the next month, and I'm going to talk to a couple of American community schools in Greece that all their students coming to the US, and I've been having informational meetings with the parents, and to see how they're going to receive the information and to see what the response is going to be. And tomorrow I'm flying to Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
So, yeah, for 5 days. If you have anyone in Saudi Arabia, Doug, let me know.
Did you see the Saudi Arabia event that we did today with Michael?
Yes, it was last minute. I was in a meeting, so I couldn't attend it.
Would you like to meet him while you're there?
I would love to.
He's very, and he explained today, he's deeply connected in the expat community there. He's only been there for a few months, but he talked about the opportunity, and the analogy he gave was the famous Gretzky quote. Those of you who are hockey fans, maybe Ellen knows hockey, right? You should, right? UAE is kind of where the puck is now. Saudi Arabia is where the puck is going to be. That's how Gretzky would talk about how great he is. He doesn't go where the puck is, he goes to where it's going to be. And Saudi Arabia is an amazing place. So I'll email between you and Michael. He's originally from Tucson. And one of the questions I asked him at the end of it, now that he's been in Saudi Arabia for a few months and he's seen what's there, can he ever imagine going back to Tucson? And I think the answer was no. I think he basically said it'll be a nice place to visit.
Oh, no, I totally get it. I
So-
totally get it.
So he'll
But
be a
that would
good one.
great. Thank you.
And he'll connect you into the other Global Chamber people like Eamon Alawadi and others. So
Excellent.
what's your affiliation? What's your company affiliation, and how do you weave in you're also a serial entrepreneur, so you also have a high-tech yoga studio in Mesa, Arizona.
Yeah, I have an electrical muscle stimulation fitness studio that I opened a few months ago because I didn't have enough things to do. And that is going really well. And now I'm talking to a couple of companies that are maybe moving into the Phoenix area and to take over the relocation, but not for commercial buildings. It's more about their employees and getting them, on the residential side. So yeah, I'm trying to expand more that way.
Fantastic. And the baklava. Oh my God.
And the baklava, of course, yes. In every meeting, any meeting you want me in, I'll make you a baklava for sure.
Yeah, I got into trouble with because we have now a turkey team, and so one of the members that joined the other day is a baklava equipment manufacturer. So that I threw in the fact about Greek baklava, and all hell broke loose.
See, I
So,
thought that I understand. I get it.
Mona there's got to be a Moroccan baklava of some sort, right?
No,
A version of it? No?
totally different food, different
Okay.
place. Everything is different.
Well, very good. Well, and it's amazing. It's spectacular. Mona
It
is in
is.
Florida, but she's brought Morocco with her, and she brings the world with her as well. You look
Yeah.
stunning today. Could you let us know a little bit more about what you're up to?
Well, I am here. Good evening, everyone.
Hi, Mona. I love your outfit.
Thank you. Thank you. For what we are doing here tonight, I shared before, I am a real estate broker by default for the last 24 years. Ran a full service real estate company with property management and everything, catering to investors and REOs, corporate hedge funds and all that good stuff. Throughout the years, obviously, I developed a lot of skills that I needed to employ to serve humanity. And my passion, of course, is helping women. So I created a space for women from all backgrounds I just finished all the educational programs for them to become better leaders, effective speakers, and help them get into the global market with my programs that I've created that focuses on communication, cross-cultural communication, negotiations, and leading diverse teams, and also bridging the culture gap so that we can dismantle biases and create harmony and peace in the world. That's my passion, and that's what you have on the screen, and that's what I'm creating. And hopefully, my plan is to take it outside of Orlando and have chapters all over the world. But for now, since we are here speaking about real estate, I am eager about real estate and I want to do deals. I want to do business. I want to create opportunities. So if I can be of any help, I am here. And hopefully I can collaborate with as many as possible. And I heard Louis speaking about energy, right? You were talking about something energy? I cannot hear you.
Sorry, I was in mute. Well, basically, yes, when we are looking for a specific site for companies that are coming, in order to see where they will set up their plant, we need to see if we can provide the energy they need. Many of them don't need that much of energy because there are distribution centers, but if it is a plant that is going to produce something specific and we need to see how much water and how much
Oh,
power. So that
okay.
limits the specific location, because we actually also in the United States right now, if they are looking for different sites for data centers, you cannot build a data center in many places because they demand a lot of energy. So
Okay.
it's one of the things that we have to take a look at.
Okay, the reason I ask is I just got a lead and I put a question for the Global Chamber members. A large number of buyers in Europe looking to buy oil and gas. So if anyone needs, and they want to deal with direct seller, I have the information, I can make the connection, but these are lots of buyers of oil, gas, diesel, all that stuff. Anyone knows anything, let me know.
Yes, of course.
Thank you, Mona. Really appreciate it. Benjamin Hernandez is a longtime acquaintance, recently joined Global Chamber, very involved in real estate. Benjamin, thank you for your leadership. Would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Sure. Welcome, everyone. My name is Benjamin Hernandez. I'm a commercial agent here in Arizona. I do mostly tenant and buyer deals, and I've been doing it for about 10 years now. This is my 9th year. That's the real estate side. I enjoy it. I like learning about companies, and don't really enjoy the buildings all that much, but the companies really that's what I really like to learn about. I think with regards to the Global Chamber, I've had a nonprofit for since 2018 regarding the Arizona Spaceport Alliance. So it was an effort here in Arizona to develop a launch license, and Yuma has started that process 2 years ago. So Doug and I recently reconnected on that effort, and I think as soon as we get that license, I'm going to be doing a lot more international discussions. So that's why I'm here.
Well, welcome. Really appreciate it. Anita Rodal is got her hands in so many different things. She's just a global expert and just so supportive for the global tribe. She's on the advisory board for Global Chamber Los Angeles, and she's within a stone's throw from the beach. So it's a great day here in LA. It's always a great day when Anita's here. Anita, could you introduce yourself, please?
I could, I can, and I will. Thank you so much, Doug. Hello, everybody. Anita Rodal, president of SBPI Services. I represent one of the world's largest currency exchange companies. We help importers, global companies, and real estate investors save money and time on their cross-border payments. I also broker business loans and equipment loans, as well as medical factoring, accounts receivable, and inventory financing. On a completely different note, if you need help reducing your accent when speaking English or creating a stellar 30-second elevator pitch, then please reach out to me. Those are also some of my specialties. Anita Rodal, SBPI Services.
Wonderful. Thank you and welcome. Luis, is there anything else that you wanted to add about yourself?
Me?
You all
Well,
set?
no.
Are you in Guadalajara today?
Yes, I'm in Guadalajara. I actually came to the rooftop. If you are looking at the camera, I'm going to show you some buildings. So you can see also, it's a nice day here in Guadalajara. So you can see a little bit.
Fantastic.
I came to the rooftop to hear the Zoom.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense. If you were showing the food of Guadalajara, it would be even better, although it's probably dangerous to do that at dinner time. So I'm probably glad you didn't do that. The food there is amazing. Oh my God. What a great
Guadalajara is where tequila comes from, because the tequila has a denomination of origin, as you know. So basically, all the tequila that is in the world is produced in this area. And that's why also Guadalajara is very well known for tequila. So the agribusiness is also very important in all the area.
The best client I've ever had in my prior life was Herradura Tequila, and I got to visit the tequila factory and see how it's made, to take the roots and drip it on stuff, and that 5-year aged tequila that they make in oak cask. is heaven. It's beautiful. It's the most beautiful, one of the most beautiful flavors I've ever had. They do great.
It's called the agave plant, and for tequila is blue agave.
It's amazing. Thank you for sharing. Who else would like to introduce yourself? I see other folks here. I'm not sure I know all of you. So let us know if you're a member of Global Chamber, where you're located, and other aspects of your life, including the real estate side. We'd love to hear.
Actually, we have
Renee,
Eduardo and
Renee, would you like
Alejandro.
to?
They made it, Doug.
I'm
Some
sorry?
of the guests. Some of the guests that I think Ellen invited with Eduardo and Alejandro from Mexico.
Okay. Okay, very good. Shall we go quickly through some of the other introductions? Like Renee, I see your hand raised, and you jumped in. You were the first one in. Would you like to introduce yourself quickly, please?
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I'm located here in the San Antonio, Texas. My primary bread and butter is on the residential side. However, I am expanding in multifamily. And foreclosures are on the tick up here. So,
Oh, okay. Good to know. Do you know Christopher Herring, our executive?
yes. He introduced me to the group years ago. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, he just got married.
I know. He's been making some big moves. Yes.
Yeah. He didn't win the mayor race, but he did get married. So I think he won the more important one.
For sure. and knowing Chris, he still has a lot up his sleeve. So
I haven't seen him smile as much as he's had
Aww.
months, with his beautiful wife. So thanks for joining, Renee. How about you, Lisa? Would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Yes, of course. Good afternoon, everyone. I am first time attending this Global Chamber meeting, so thank you all for extending that out to the public. I last 11 years of my professional career was at Southwest Airlines in IT. I just recently got a license, jumping head on to commercial real estate. I've been an investor since 2014, investing in properties as residual income, and now I'm happily licensed and looking forward to helping folks in the commercial real estate needs. And I'm based here in Dallas, Texas.
In Dallas. Fantastic. That's great. I'll turn it back over to you, Jim, depending on how we want to do it with the speakers and then any additional introductions. What would you like to do next?
I think from Mexico too, with Eduardo and Alejandro, and then we'll just make sure everyone has a time as just to get to know each other, because I could see a core group forming, and then next week we could start going into the tech to make sure referrals, right? But be a member, right, Doug? Because we want to make sure you're a member of Global Chambers so you can plug into the referral network so we can actually pass leads and referrals around the world to each other.
Okay, Jim, thanks a lot. Glad to meet you, all of you. I'm Eduardo Fleming from Mexico City. I was invited by Alejandro to be part of the XP. What can I say? I have 35 years in this business. I have a little experience in these matters. About my personal life, I sing. I like to sing. I'm in a chorus of the university. I sing classical music. I act also, and I'm part of the let me tell you how National Commission for Sacred Art. We protect sacred art from thieves. It's very common. People come to a church and take and steal a very valuable piece of art. We make the catalog, and we send a red warning to Interpol if something like that happens. Well, this is me. I'm commercial, totally commercial and industrial. I have been, well, I have been in this for many, many years, and I think I can do something to help EXP to grow. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Eduardo. My name is Alejandro Avilés. I'm also from Mexico City. I'm a commercial real estate agent and international real estate agent, and I am an EXP agent also. And I am happy to be in this group. Thank you, Helen, for the invitation, and we are looking forward to do business with all the agents in all over the world, global business. Mexico, as I heard from some people around here from our country, it's a good opportunity to invest here, but also we have clients in Mexico that they want to invest all over the countries. Okay, so thank you so much for this invitation, and we're glad to be here. Thank you.
I'm just going down the list. Juan, would you like to introduce yourself? I'm kind of going across.
Hey, thank you very much. My name is Juan Manuel Lopez. I live in Toluca, Estado de Mexico, in Mexico also. I'm new at EXP as an agent, and I was invited by Cesar Cepeda, who told us about this Zoom. Well, I have just 2.5 years in this industry, and I'm here to do business. No, that's all.
We may have to make a trip, Doug, if we have more people from Mexico or Latin America, right? So much opportunities. Let's see, Theory? Can you speak?
Harry, are you there?
Or go down to Sally?
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Sally. I work with the Global Chamber with Doug. I am work in the executive department. I'm really excited to be in this meeting today and meet with you all. Please, if you have any question about Global Chamber or any executive director questions, I can share my email and you can send me any question. I'll be more than happy to help or answer any questions you have.
Sally, thank you. And thank you so much, because we all say with the staff and the help, we could not get any of this done without what goes on behind the scenes. So, thank you to you and Jem for helping us in organizing, because I know Doug is a front guy, the relationship friend, but without the team behind us, right, there's no way any of this can happen. So, Doug, how else would you like to continue? Because I know next week I'll have a speaker from RESAS forming a commercial or a real estate piece for us that we could organize and really make sure we can show on market, off market needs and wants, to give more information so we can start this referral base. And for those that obviously show up, we want to build the friendships. But for those that don't, right, as long as you're part of Global Chamber, you'll still have access. You just have to realize if you don't show up, no one's going to send you leads to somebody I see here. I'm going to go, oh, I know that person, like Benjamin. I know Benjamin. I'm going to send it to Benjamin, opposed to somebody else I don't know. So that's how it does work, is you'll see the names and everything, so you can see who you want to refer from the location, the city, the product specialty, what it is. So you can say, I want to send it to that person. So it is important people do show up, and how we let people know, because that's where relationships are built. If not, sometimes they'll refer out or interview a couple people, but when you get to know people here, you'll see referrals will keep coming to different individuals. And the good thing is, through your network, they're going to ask you different things. And as we expand, not just in real estate, but in finance, I heard some, like Mona, property management, capital markets, and equity, right? We'll keep evolving this to different levels. And I love the development that Alexa, you're talking about development. Ellen and I were in Dubai talking about what was going on there. Like you said, that's the center, the hub. A lot of businesses is going into Dubai and expanding, and a lot of developers. So another person that was speaking last week was eMedia. They used to do for the US developers pre-selling a lot of the homes to China. You know, we all know it'll come back again, right? Different countries. So a lot of times to get access to individuals that want to leave the country, move abroad, get a golden visa or a visa somewhere else, it is important. And where a lot of us commercial people are doing, we are working with a lot of developers. So Alexia, it'd be great to catch up as we start building and working together, you know, as money's moving around and projects are definitely popping up. And well, you know, you're traveling everywhere.
To tell you the truth, I just had someone contacted me from Greece because I did a social media post on golden visa, and Greece is one of the few countries now that they're having golden visas available, and it's a developer who saw my social post, and they contacted me, one of the biggest in Athens, and that's what they do. They develop condos and high for golden visas, and they say, do you want to, we can send you our listings and you can market them in the States. So I'm going to go to Greece between the 9th and the 13th of July, and I will have a meeting with them as well with another developer to see how I can get the listings here. Because Greece, Malta, and Spain are the ones that are giving golden visas. And I think Greece and Malta are cheaper than Spain. Portugal stopped it. The Netherlands stopped it. So I think that's the only way you can get a golden visa now.
I think Malta stopped theirs as well, actually.
Malta stopped it?
Well, you can't just like give money and get your visa. You can buy real estate if that's what you're referring to. But they had
that's what we're talking about, getting golden visa via real estate, investing in real estate. So there are only 3 countries that do it, I think, right now, and in Spain, Malta, and Greece.
There's actually more than that, because there's a lot of I know the wholesale immigration company, they do purchasing real estate, and then they can get you golden visa. So there's actually
in other countries,
in other countries too, in Europe. Yeah. So
it just depends
on the amount of money that people are willing to spend and where they would like to go. So so we can talk, if you like to find more information. Yeah, we can talk more information about it, because there's a lot of opportunity right now. And I know people in the US might not be interested in staying in the US for some of them because of what's happening. And of course, there are also people who are looking for opportunity to invest in the US too right now, to bring some business, because they do see opportunity. So it can go both ways. So I think it's great. You know, we have this group, and everybody here, I have to say, everyone here is so talented, multifaceted, you know, so I think this is amazing that, you know, I have to thank Doug and thank Jim. Doug, you put a great group, a platform together for the Global Chamber, and Jim, thank you for creating this real estate group. I think, you know, I think there will be a lot of business going back and forth amongst the members here. Yeah, really appreciate it. Thanks.
Well, just with the discussions we're having, right? Let's put together where the golden visas, other things that this group would like to hear, to know, so we can educate ourselves better to talk to our clients. And we could be the first ones, right? Because of onshoring different, let's say, supply chains, different buildings, hotels being built, contels, right? This group can help everyone pre-sell, share opportunities, you know, domestic, you know, local, but international, global. And with all the relationships, because we're just scratching the surface of the friendships and relationships everyone has. I mean, Doug, this is the thing. And then as you hear all that's going on, I know who's in your network. It's massive. So if we start talking about interesting things, Doug, you know, it could be we develop, you know, we put bigger projects and events, but maybe you want to share from what your thoughts just by hearing these conversations currently.
Yeah, no, there's some of this golden visa work that's going on in Asia, and we just had a member join, and I don't even, there's a country called Vanuatu. Is that
Oh,
true?
yes. With the
So
island.
they apparently, oh, it's an island, exactly. So they actually he bought quite a large membership, and they have a golden visa program as well. So you guys are inspiring thoughts around like what we should do next. So I really appreciate you guys pulling all this together. The next conversation will be next Wednesday, and then let's catch up between now and then.
That would be great. And then get ready, because this one, invite everyone else. This is where the tech is going to be involved, so we can all start putting your LinkedIn account, and I'll try to get a LinkedIn person to teach people, at least, put that out there, since global, commercial, luxury, developers, capital, all on LinkedIn. So let's put that so we can get to know each other better. And then we put together the referral chains to make sure, at least in this group, whoever's there, we start sending referrals and opportunities to each other, but be a part of Global Chamber to make sure that for Doug, right? You put a lot of effort in everything, so we want to make sure we're at least members to be part of the referral chain, and then educating people, right? As I think we have different people speaking next time from Portugal. We're going to have some speaker, and other people maybe in Mexico, because we have such a good concentration. We talk about Mexico and maybe supply chain with this group, and everyone can add. So it is really exciting. As Doug, you brought the world closer and smaller to everyone else, and hopefully we can create opportunities. And I would always say, with Alexa, be safe traveling out there, especially flying international. A lot of
Yeah, and I'm
going
going
on right
into
now.
the eye of the hurricane. But
Yes.
no, thank you. I'll be there. So I don't know if I'm going to join you next week, because I will be back the 26th. If I can join you from Saudi Arabia, I will. But if I can't, then I will do the following week.
And Alexa, that would be amazing. Turn on your camera, show us walking around. And, that's the fun thing. We're all around the world to just see that. It's amazing for us to all see each other just everywhere else, right? It definitely inspires us. So I would say, before we go, I know Doug has to probably go, but any closing thoughts, anything to ask?
Well, if you'd like to join us, we're working right now. I'm working with Paula and Lauren and Mark from Spain. We are starting our first webinar. We're going to do a series before taking a delegation to Portugal and Spain. So once we have it set up and ready, we'll let you know, and then we'll go from there.
Mona, congratulations. And this is all part of the Global Chamber with speakers. So Doug, maybe with calendars to help us support each other. Oh, Anita.
I was going to say, so I have been working with global real estate people since like 2009, because when you're buying something abroad or you're selling something abroad, repatriating the money here, you need currency exchange. So please think of me as a resource. With whichever direction the currency is going, I can definitely help.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect. Well, everyone, have a great week until next Wednesday. And then we'll bring some of the people, because we changed times. We'll get some of the people from Europe and Asia on our calls too, because I know all of us in North America to South, we're kind of in the same time zone. So everyone, have a great week. Be safe out there.
Thank you.
Looking
All right,
forward to
bye-bye.
next Wednesday.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
Take care.